All right, today we're going to talk about a super simple but really powerful blueprint for your money, something that could totally change how you look at your paycheck. It's called the 50-30-20 rule.
So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You know, your paycheck hits your bank account, you pay a few bills, and then poof, before you know it, the money just seems to have vanished into thin air. You're left wondering, where did it all go?
I mean, it is such a frustrating cycle, right? You're putting in all the hours, you're working hard, but your bank account, it just doesn't reflect any of that effort. It can seriously feel like you're stuck on a financial treadmill, just running and running, but getting absolutely nowhere.
But here's a thought. What if you didn't need, a finance degree or some crazy complicated spreadsheet to get a handle on all this? What if there was one simple, memorable formula that could finally bring some clarity to the chaos?
Well, that's where this comes in. The formula is the 50-30-20 rule. And I want you to think of it less like a super strict, restrictive budget and more like a simple, powerful blueprint for your money.
So what is it exactly?
Well, at its core, the 50-30-20 rule is just a really simple method to divide up your after-tax income, and that's the key part, the money that actually lands in your bank account, into three super clear categories.
Okay, so let's break this thing down. We're going to look at each piece of the puzzle one by one, so you can see exactly where your money is supposed to go.
Look, it really all boils down to this. 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% is for your wants, and that last 20% is for savings and debt. That's it. Three simple slices, and each one has a very clear job.
All right, let's kick things off with the biggest piece of the pie, that 50%. This is really the foundation of your entire budget.
So, this first half of your income is carved out for your needs. And when I say needs, I mean the absolute, non-negotiable essentials. We're talking about things like your rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, and the basic transportation you need to get to work and back. The key here is to be really honest with yourself. If you have to pay for it to survive, it's a need.
Okay, next up, we've got the 30% category. Now this is where your personal lifestyle gets to shine.
And yep, this is the fun part. This 30% is all for your wants. This is the money that actually lets you enjoy your life while still staying on track financially. It covers all the good stuff. Dining out with friends, your Netflix subscription, hobbies, maybe that new pair of sneakers you've been eyeing. This category is meant to be flexible. It's what makes your budget feel like it's actually yours.
And that brings us to the final piece. And honestly, it's arguably the most important one. This is the part of your income that doesn't just pay bills or buy stuff. This is the slice that actually builds your wealth. This last 20%, this is your investment in your future self. Seriously, this is the slice of the pie that separates just getting by from actually getting ahead. You could say it's the real key to financial freedom.
So, this 20% is specifically for your savings and for paying down debt. This is how you build up that crucial emergency fund for when life throws you a curveball. It's how you contribute to your retirement investments and how you can aggressively attack high-interest debt, like those pesky credit cards. Think of this as your engine for growth.
Okay, theory is great and all, but let's make this real. We're going to walk through a quick example to see exactly how these percentages play out with actual, dollar amounts. So let's just imagine for a second, your take-home pay after taxes is $3,000 a month. It's a nice round number that makes the math super easy to see.
With that $3,000, the breakdown is incredibly simple. Half of it, that's $1,500, goes towards your needs. 30%, or $900, is for your wants. And that powerful final 20%, that's $600 that goes straight into your savings or towards paying down debt. See? It's really that clear.
All right, so where do you go from here? The whole point of this isn't just to understand the rule. It's to actually make it work for you, starting right now.
The real beauty of this whole system is just how simple it is. So many complex budgets fail because, let's be honest, they're just too hard to stick with. This isn't about perfect accounting down to the last penny. It's about building a good, sustainable habit. It gives you all the clarity you need without any of the crazy complexity.
And your plan can literally start right now with 3 easy actions. Step 1, just track your spending for a week or two. Get a real, honest look at where your money is actually going. Step 2, apply the 50-30-20 framework to create your new blueprint. And step 3, just try to stay consistent and watch as your financial health starts to completely transform.
Look, remember this. Every single journey to financial freedom starts with one intentional step. You now have the blueprint. So the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?